Hi, my name is Rudy. I'd like to talk to you about the concept of building biospheres that make nature live on top of nature and us within the protection of its confines, that the trees, they support the structure and the structure support the trees. How many people believe that in the next 2-3 generations, the fate of this planet and all the life that's on it will be determined more so than in any other time in history? Are there enough people in the GTA who want to see the Great Lakes get clean, that there be an abundance of fish? I believe and I have a dream that I can create this, and I'd like to be able to try and do it for some people, and hopefully that we show enough other people that there is a change, and there is a change for the better. It's my dream that we can do it, create enough life around us so that, when we go to the toilets, the trees, they absorb it. Not that you make these hockey pucks and put it on the field that kills all the plants and everything else around it. The trees, they are the ones that want our crap. Give it to them. If you have ever been a plumber and you've looked inside drain pipes, you know that trees like and they grow inside these old clay pipes. Let's suppose that you're a young person and you're being asked to go and fight. Okay. Maybe you've been fighting in the school grounds. Maybe you've been fighting on the streets. So they say, yeah, you're a good fighter. Why don't you go to some other place like Africa? Some of them will go to America or Afghanistan. But these young people are being trained to think that what they fight for is what matters. When you're young, look at the world. Look at what the beauty would be in Africa or Afghanistan if I'm from America. Look at what we can do instead of bringing guns over to these places and fighting all of these people. The young people should look at their own future and how to make that future good here where they live. Okay? And I believe that in the GTA, there's a diversity of people, and if that diversity learns this, they can bring it back to their country of origin. So I believe that this next generation will decide how our planet is going to be working for the benefit of mankind, for the destruction of mankind, for many, many the species, ways of life, all of the sorts. I don't know if I'm ready to accept that change. I wouldn't like to see my world without nature. I'd like to see an abundance of nature. I grew up with a forest 2-3 minutes from me. I could take the dogs for a walk and go for miles and miles and miles in the woods. I felt good. The air, everything. So how many other people out there would like to make a change and believe in nature and believe that the nature that they can create easily in their homes will benefit the planet and them at the same time? Win-win. So the key to all of that is the plumbing, making the water good. If you could do that in some places where there's lots of trees and you make these plumbing systems, I'm sure that, instead of building these concrete filing cabinets, you could build these young people. It's like Lego blocks, stack them up, connect them to the trees, and away you go. You can live here or here and have all of this nature and food all around you. How many old people would like that rather than institutionalizing them? I don't think that we're taking the right approach mankind, has the ability to use nanotechnology in computers. They make the computer smarter than me. The computer can automate GM and Ford and all of these big, vehicle companies. They don't need all of these people to work. Wow. They got all this technology to work, right? The machines are good, okay? And all this technology is good. But at the same time, show a little bit of decency and cooperation, as we all should on this planet. It's one planet. I don't want to make life on Mars. I want to make life here. I think that I was born here to do that. How many other people like to watch old movies? They see the nature in those old movies and they think, wow, what a beautiful time, man. To imagine that beauty around you. I think if we decided to, say in 3-4 years time, with building these biospheres, we could create that kind of an atmosphere. I don't think it's that hard. Mankind has the ability to use nanotechnology today in computers and many, many technological ways. But I also believe that nanotechnology can be used within ourselves and within our environment. And we can create an abundance of this nanotechnology in the life that we choose instead of in machines. When you put it in the machines, only a few people are going to really benefit, When I started to drink this water and feel good, I felt that I should share this with other people. It's like somebody gave me this gift to give to other people. I'm here to talk to you about the biosphere. This is a typical shape of the structure. I don't know if you've ever been to the circus, but if you ever see an elephant balancing on one foot on the spherical shape, something like that, you can stack these spherical cones, sort of like Lego blocks, and these obtuse triangles, they create support. Once these spherical cones are stacked, like these Lego blocks, with these obtuse triangles supporting them, the strongest wind and the biggest wall of water won't knock this over. If it's 20-30 feet thick through these trees, if we can in time build these pyramid structures so that they can be stacked as well. So in the future, I believe, just as you have a house with a second layer, these pyramid structures will also have a second layer with the trees supporting the layer above. When there's more trees, the trees, they create oxygen. More oxygen, there's going to be more water, more fresh water, more life. Our job is to circulate this water. Take the water from the ground, feed it through the trees, whatever wastewater, put in drainage pipes and let the tree roots clean it. Whatever excess water that we use here, if we want it to go through sewage pipes, let it take a long, long time to get to the lake and let it pass through many, many trees. I believe that by the time that it gets to the sewage treatment plant, if it's done this way, the sewage treatment plant won't be necessary. At higher altitudes, there's always a wind up higher. We can tap into energy. If you create this at a 60-degree angle, same like the angles that work inside of your body, you can connect the trees, put these spherical cones in between these trees. If you also want to connect the limbs with a fence, a metal fence, the tree will eat the fence. It would be impossible to snap the branches. What happens is, in this city, we have all the drainage pipes and the tree roots always go into the clay pipes. And I think that this is probably a good thing because it supports the trees and it cleans the water before it hits the sewage treatment plant. I believe that, one of our main objectives as a society isn't to take the water from the lake and put the drainage back into the lake, would be to take the water from the ground and circulate it through the trees and let the trees clean it and let Mother Nature purify the water. These are all stacked on a 60-degree angle to make like pyramid structures. This will be very, very strong structure that will not be knocked over by nature. It will work with nature, and I think this is the way that we are supposed to construct the world as we like it to be. We have to work with the trees. The trees have been here throughout time. Mother Nature needs the trees to breathe.